Dubbing producers for a series called Gokudo, which is being done for Media Blasters. And I'm here with the lead actor, Daniel Kevin Harrison.
Thanks, Joe. Nice to see you.
I met Dan on a film set last summer, and it turns out he's quite a talented voice actor.
Why, thank you very much.
And I would like to ask you, Dan, how would you differentiate between voice acting and film acting or stage acting?
Voice acting, I would say, is much more animated. You have to get across so much more with just your voice. What's the difference? Energy level. It's just a different energy.
This man is Gokudo. I mean, in real life.
I'll take that as a compliment. I could take it the other way, but I choose to accept that as a compliment.
What's the best part of being a voice actor?
Being a hero to my kids is the best part of doing this. Second best part of doing this is performing.
So how do you like working with Bill as a director?
I love working with Bill Timoney. A, because he's very experienced. B, because he's very generous with that experience. And C, because he's so enthusiastic about that. I mean, he's out there jumping up and down and laughing and yelling and giving me direction. And when something works, he really gets into it. The best part of being a performer is performing to people and getting their reactions. And I can look out this big window in the sound booth here and watch Bill while I'm doing the voice and see his reaction.
So have you been to any of the conventions?
Yes, I actually went to a convention in Portland, Maine. I thought it was pretty cool. It was a gaming and anime convention. So there were role-playing people there, and there were comic book people there and artists. I was the only voice actor, and they treated me like royalty. The fans, they were very cool.
They're fun, aren't they?
They're very fun. They were very well informed. They were very into this whole genre and all the little peripheral areas of it, much more so than, at least much more knowledgeable than I am. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. And the people, and the greatest thing about the convention, the day I was doing the Q&A, the question and answer period with the panel, there were probably 100 people at the convention that day. It was very small. There were 6 people dressed up in costumes and stuff. All 6 of them were characters from Gokudo. And they were just so thrilled to talk to me, and I was so thrilled to talk to them. It was very, very bizarre.
So how did you find Gokudo's voice?
Well, the first day I came here, we came in about 10:30 the next day to start work, and Bill Timoney, the director, was here, and you were here, and Gary, the engineer, was here, and we all came in, we sat down, and we kind of, shook hands and got to know each other and reviewed the script and looked over things, and by the time we were actually ready to start recording, it was lunchtime. It was like 12:30. And so you, as I remember, it was you who started taking lunch orders. You were on the phone. You said, well, we can get pizza. You guys want pizza? We can get pizza. And I said, no, I don't want pizza. I'll have a sandwich. Okay, well, so you're on the phone with the pizza place. And say, all right, we want a pizza, we want this, and you want a sandwich. What kind of sandwich you want? And I said, I want a roast beef sandwich, because that's my favorite sandwich. And you said, all right, and a roast beef sandwich. And then you looked at me and you said, no, they don't have roast beef sandwiches. They got ham, they got this, no roast beef. And I said, no roast beef? No roast beef? What kind of place doesn't have a roast beef sandwich? And Bill Timoney stood up and pointed at me and said, that's it. That's the voice. That's Gokudo.
That's true. I'm a witness.
That's your mantra. Whenever you start losing it, just say roast beef. And
so do a little. Give us some Gokudo here. Just
okay. See, I got to get in my roast beef. No roast beef. Okay, you want me to talk like Gokudo? Here he is. This is Gokudo. He's pissed off because there's no roast beef sandwiches at a pizza place. What kind of pizza place doesn't have a roast beef sandwich?
We have it at pizza.
No, roast beef. I couldn't fathom where I'm from. The roast beef sandwich is like breathing. And we laughed and laughed and laughed. And now whenever I come into the booth, the first thing I do before I start reading lines is go off on a rant about no roast beef. And everyone cracks up outside, and I crack up out here, and then we're ready to go. And I've got Gokudo in me. And that's how I got Gokudo's voice, and that's how I got
And
the
you
character.
got to hear it. You actually got to hear the transformation from Dan into Gokudo. And it's scary, isn't it? Anyway, thanks, Dan, for doing this interview. I'm sure that the fans are going to appreciate it.
No problem.
I appreciated it.
Pleasure.
I got a lot of laughs out of working with you. And we got more to go, folks, so stay tuned.